What's up? It's Chug Rock. What I want to talk about in today's message right now is about how we as human beings does not have to love our family regardless if they're bad, if they're toxic or not. We don't have to, that's a myth. When people tell you you're supposed to love your family if they treat you badly, if they had a history of treating you badly, and then they toxic, you have to love them. That is a lie. Simply because you're not a robot. You're not supposed to feel how another person wants you to feel. You got your own emotions. I got my own emotions. So who is for somebody to tell you how to feel? Can't nobody tell me nothing how to feel. Because I'm a whole man, grown man. I'm not a child, You probably can tell a child that. You can't even tell a child that, So what makes you think you can control an adult mind? We all have different minds. We all think different. On half of the things concerning life. So, you don't have to love your family if your family is toxic around you. If they abusive verbally, by the way they talk to you, or even physically, you don't have to love them because they just like anybody else. Just like I said in my last video, it's not a requirement to love your family. It's not a requirement. You're not a bad person if you hate your family for a just cause. I hate some of my family for a just cause. If they were to treat me right, if they had a history of treating me right, I would have loved them. But now that they got a history of not treating me right, I can't love them. So ain't no such thing as loving your family regardless of how they treat you. No. And that's the case, you might as well love everybody. So I don't go by that love thy enemy bull crap. That's false. That's a myth. Lie. I have past pain, that I feel, from past abuse, of my grandma, So how am I supposed to deal with this? Sweep it on the rug? Basically telling me to sweep it on the rug. And everybody sweeps things on the rug that what they family did. Ain't no such thing as loving somebody regardless. Even your family. Because human beings are complex. We complex. We have the different kind of spirits of emotions. You got a loving spirit. You got a hating spirit. We got a caring spirit. We got an uncaring spirit. We got a holy spirit. We got an unholy spirit. We got a good side. We got a bad side. We got an ugly side. We got a cute side, pretty side, whatever you want to call it. So, by us having all these emotions, it's impossible for you to contain us in one box. How we supposed to feel regarding family or anybody else of that nature. If we can hate, things that's not human, we can hate things that are human. Don't that make sense? Yes, I know it do. So there's nothing wrong with being honest. Trying to force yourself to be a robot under people's command is like, you're a kid. You don't have no sense of direction as an adult. So we as human beings can hate family. There's no such thing as loving your family regardless of what they do to you. No such thing. Don't even make sense. Why would I want to love you and you're abusive physically or mentally? Why do I want to love you and you make me feel uncomfortable physically or mentally? You know, that doesn't make sense. Why would I want to be around you if you hurt me physically or mentally? You know, so should nobody want to deal with that? You know, nobody have to deal with that. Y'all shouldn't. Y'all be some foolish if y'all will deal with that. You know, I don't want to deal with it. You know, so y'all be cool.